Hi, I'm Quin.
Hello, I'm Jasper.
I've read the Bible a lot,
I never once read the Bible.
but he can read.
Sometimes.
He's capable of putting the letters together and knowing what words mean.
Like it.
We're going to read the Bible together.
Yep. I mean, he's going to read it to me.
Well, but then you're going to fact check and be sad.
I hate fact checking this book.
That's the whole thing.
I get why Fox News doesn't fact check. When, nigga, does that become the fucking case?
So we're starting off with like kind of a recap thing.
Oh, previously on the Bible.
Or I guess I shouldn't say recap. Yeah, previously on the Bible, but also we're finishing a discussion that I started that we didn't finish that we need to finish, which is the fact that there's no history or evidence for the Jews in the desert.
Oh, interesting. Weird. Does that say that in here in the history Bible?
It does not get super defensive about that. No, it kind of glosses.
Well, obviously. It glosses.
It glosses.
Over.
It's just like.
Next thing.
So this is it's a weird thing because it's not that there's just no evidence they were there. It's not like there's evidence that they weren't there. There's just a lack of any proof that anything happened.
Well, the lack of evidence is the evidence of absence, correct? Absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. The absence of abstinence is not the evidence of evolution.
I think the second one that you said is the one we need to focus on, where just because there's no proof doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Right. You can't prove something didn't happen. That's impossible to do.
And so that's the struggle with this is there's just no proof they were there.
It's also the strength of the Bible. Is they always have that in their back pocket.
Always.
As being like, well, can't say it didn't happen. No proof it didn't happen. It's like,
Exactly.
Well, that's not how proof works. It's like, don't care. Bible, pew pew.
So that's the whole thing with it's not that we can categorically say there's no historical proof, because what they do is they kind of get goofy with, well, there's like 3 different times in history it could have happened. So we're not really sure when it was. And
I forget. It's been a long time since we recorded. There's a pumpkin here now.
Yeah.
So to show time has passed. There was no pumpkin before. Now there's a pumpkin. This pumpkin grew out of my Bible. It's this big now.
In my 1-bedroom apartment, I just grow pumpkins and leave.
They don't know we're in an apartment. We could be anywhere. We could be on the space station in NASA's.
What were you gonna say?
I forget.
Okay.
No. How did we? Is there in the Bible? Oh man, it's been a while since we did this.
I know.
Take 2. Does it go into detail about them traveling in the desert in the Bible? Like, does it go through like, oh, they were in the desert for like this long?
They were in the desert for 40 years.
And then the next thing happened. Right. But does the Bible like not literally spell out like what they did day by day for the 40 years? Or they're like, oh, like in year 5 this happened. And then in year 16
we don't get, no.
Okay.
No.
We don't get like a vague play-by-play?
No.
It's kind of like 40 years, boom, then this happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's kind of...
So a couple of things I want to touch on with the whole they may or may not have been in the desert thing before we actually get into stuff.
Okay.
You remember in the book when it said 600,000 people?
I do.
600,000 male Israelites. The closer estimate to the number of wandering Jews is actually 2 million people.
Okay, fine. It's a very powerful weapon that I don't use often enough. Okay, fine.
So, first and foremost, it's weird for you, not you, it's weird for the royal you to get cocky. It's like, well, there's no pretty murder. 2 million people. So what they do, what people do to justify it
That's
is
like the entire population of the world.
At the time, it kind of seems like it, yeah.
It would have to be. It would have to be at the very least, like realistically, probably half the world.
Because the Bible also, seriously, because the Bible also says that many of the people that exodused were non-Hebrews. They were people that were like, oh, you're your guy's the guy that's making all this shit happen. We're going with you because he seems to be the one that is in power here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 million people.
Mm-hmm. And I could
Roughly.
look up the year in Big Boy, but
don't care.
We have a very vague idea, like a pretty good idea of when it was. So,
Yeah.
like, why even like, oh, it was 13, not 14 BC. Like, yeah, we get it.
So there's one guy named Richard Friedman. I'm calling everybody out on this.
Shots fired, baby. Let's go.
He says, sure, there could just be a smaller number of people that exodused and left no trace. Like, it just maybe the number's wrong. But the problem is you're splitting hairs at that point because this is supposed to be a flawless book that was God-breathed.
Yeah.
So
you can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't be like, it's a flawless book, but they might have gotten the number of...
there might be a small mistake.
Yeah.
But it's flawless.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
No, that's not how flawless works.
That's not how that's exactly the opposite of what that word means.
Yeah.
Because then it has a flaw.
Yeah.
So then you would have to...
No.
All right.
So his justification is to say that one small portion of Israelites left Egypt, and it was the Levites specifically.
Levi.
Simeon Levi.
Is that what it is?
And the reason that he calls them out is they were known historically to be the most violent and the scariest tribe. So basically, his argument is that just the Levites left Egypt, did a bunch of badass shit, joined up with the rest of the Israelites later on in history, and essentially with a sword went up to the leader and were just like, just so you know, we all fucking left Egypt together. And everybody was so scared of the Levites that they were just like, shit, okay, that's our history now.
Now you're just making shit up.
Uh-huh.
In this flawless book that you hail as the bedrock of our society and should be looked to for any questions you have about any sort of life things that you don't understand.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Josh Berman is another historian that I read some stuff from, and he uses the Bible to prove the Bible, which is always the best way to do it. He says that the Bible says there are too few Hebrews to take Canaan, and therefore, obviously, it wasn't 600,000 because God says there's not enough of them to go to Canaan.
I have one Bible that has 4 Bibles in it, and it said 600,000. Did we do that? We did that, right? Where I was like 600,000, 600,000, 600,000. Yeah. So, okay, Josh.
He also claims that the reason the number seems so high is because there is a Hebrew word, Aleph, E-L-E-P-H, and it can be translated as 1,000 or clan/troop.
It's a lot of things that one word could mean.
This is the problem with translating, and this is actually, to play devil's advocate, something I think is very interesting to think about.
All right.
I was speaking to a Jewish gentleman like maybe a month ago.
You found a Jew?
When I was still working at the hotel.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Did
he
you
and I
keep
were
him?
talking. No. We kind of traded some
we
stuff.
need
He doesn't live here.
We need to keep a Jew.
He doesn't live here.
That's why you keep him.
Just want to put him in a cage?
No, I didn't say
Without
that.
yeast?
He would like that. No yeast.
No, so
Listen, they love that.
he was saying that in the Torah specifically, it says that it is a sin to translate this book.
Really?
Yes.
That is fascinating.
This is for the Jews only. It is not meant for anybody else, and it is a sin to translate this book.
It's a FUBU.
Yeah. So, I think it's an interesting route to go down where it is a flawless book until you translate it. Like I'm doing work for these people, which makes me angry.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, then you have a new problem with that. Flawless book till translated, then it has flaws, and then they can split hairs and cherry pick as much as they want.
Right.
However, they're the ones who are flawed because they didn't learn the text. They didn't learn the language for the original text and then read the original flawless book. So they fucked up because they wanted to use this book to justify their own assholishness.
Right.
And be like, well, it doesn't say that.
But then that still makes God a gigantic piece of shit because he's theoretically punishing people for reading a translated book that they didn't know was bad to translate.
But they would have known had they... And then my brain hurts.
Yeah. It's like saying it's the same thing as a fucking a tribe that is like on a desert island, like nobody can get to it. They're going to hell because they don't know about God.
Yeah.
It's all the same. So yeah, that's just a mind fuck to have. But
that's hey, let's start this episode with hurting my brain.
there you go. You're welcome.
This is great. Now I'm confused and upset.
Yeah. We've got some. So if you remember last episode,
I don't.
We read Jasper to death.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was horrible.
I'm gonna hit some bullet points of things that are actually important for you to know.
Okay, is this gonna hurt again?
No.
Okay.
No, this is just like there's no conceivable way you remember any of the important stuff. So I'm just gonna hit you with like the core things before we get into like the normal structure.
Yeah,
of, like,
it was legit like Charlie Brown Parents.
Yeah.
Where I just didn't hear any
That's
words.
fine.
It was just
It was just funny to torture you, honestly.
Was it fun? I'm glad you had a good time.
Funny. I didn't have fun doing it.
It wasn't for either of us.
No, it was a horrible experience.
All right, give me the points.
All right, so God says that his home is above the lid of the ark. That's where he's going to meet Moses.
What ark?
The Ark of the Covenant, the box that they got instructions on how to make.
Oh,
yeah.
Right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Was that on the mountain where no one could come up except for a couple of people that Moses brought, but nobody else?
No, this is in the tent that they have to make.
Dude, I don't remember it.
Okay,
anything.
so when we read you to death, the first
those were the instructions for how to.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I remember.
So there's the tent. It has the thing. So in the tent,
right,
which is called the tabernacle, there are two chambers.
Okay.
One of them is the holy place. One of them is the super holy place.
Sure.
The super holy place is where the Ark of the Covenant exists. And that is the gold box with the angels on top of it.
Sure.
That box holds the 10 Commandments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So that's in Raiders of the Lost Ark. They're actually looking for the Ark of the Covenant that has.
You know, I ain't seen Indiana Joneses.
I didn't know that.
Well, we talked about it.
Did we?
Yeah,
because locked that out.
White dude with a whip. I'm good.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm not going to watch a movie about a white dude who has a whip. That's his superpower.
That's fair.
I'm okay.
This is just a funny thing. This story takes place roughly in like 1200 BC. Okay. Kind of what we figured out.
I think so. I could look again, but who cares?
The menorah lamp with the 7 arms is supposedly based on a lamp that was created in 73 BC. So I'm not really sure why God's time traveling to rip off somebody else.
Well, because he's an asshole and he's lazy. We know this. Where we at?
Exodus 26. We're in chapter 26.
Dude, progress, baby.
Yeah, no, totally.
Because my bookmark says we're in Exodus 18. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
2631. The curtains need cherubim woven into them. I just think that's a funny note.
Put the cherubim there. Oh, we're in 1450, baby.
Oh, okay, yeah. So he traveled 1,400 years to steal a lamp design. You guys, later, after you're gone, me this dope ass lamp. I'm gonna need you to make me one because I want to see it.
I want to see it now, though. It's so cool, man. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that lamp like right now. I'm gonna get that cool ass lamp.
Aaron is the head priest, and his sons are like they work with him.
What up, Aaron? How you doing?
And his job is to maintain the tabernacle, the tent.
Oh man, this is just a yep. I remember.
Yeah.
I remember this because it's just all like the next. Oh, okay, all right. Yep. Let's just breeze through this fucking bullshit.
He has a breast piece, like a chest plate. It's for making decisions.
Nope. We're doing it. No, I don't think that's in here. Where the fuck is that at?
I didn't even give a chapter reference. 26-ish.
26.
We'll have a race so you can find it first.
No, you're gonna find it because my language is a bunch of bullshit.
It's true.
I'm just getting flashbacks of you talking to me and reading this verbatim. This is nope.
No, it's probably clothing is 28. I'm sorry.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah.
Yep, the garments of the priests. Yeah. Okay. This is good podcasting. Just 2 men reading books.
I'll cut this out. It's fine. 28:15.
Oh, shit. Okay. I was looking at 4. 28:15.
I'm sure it says it several times, but yeah. I'll read you mine if you can't find it.
No, I found it, but just nonsense words. Shalt thou make it. Like, it's just...
Then, with the most careful workmanship, make a chest piece that will be used to determine God's will.
Okay, so is that 28:15 in yours?
Yeah.
Dude, mine's a bunch of bullshit. And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work after the work of ephod. Thou shalt make it of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen shalt thou make it. Wait, what?
It's all bullshit.
It's all bullshit, man. You can't be so specific and vague at the same time.
I know.
Like, you're giving me colors, but like, dude, that was on Project Runway, and like someone was just like,
Make it work.
okay, designers, today we're going to be making a breastplate of purple, of gold, of silver, of fine twined. The designer's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, you just named the colors.
Make a decision plate.
That's nothing. I can't just make a thing that you can't. Do you know how fashion works? Like,
This is not fashion, this is function.
No, what is this? Is this like couture? Like, what are we doing here? Are we like, do you want this to be abstract? Do you want this to be like?
I want it approaching BDSM, but with a fun Barney the Dinosaur twist.
Okay, I can do that. That's all I needed to hear. You want a sexy mistress kind of sort of like dominatrix,
Yeah.
but Barney the Dinosaur. Yeah. I can do that. Yeah. Super weird, but that's specific enough that I have something to work with. And you want it to be a breastplate, so I want it to be armor.
Yeah.
I'll see you at 11, designers.
Each piece of priest's clothing has some reference to the 12 tribes of Israel. I'm trying to hit the shit that, like, if I need to call back to it, like, I might be like, oh, this thing.
That's that's the nerdiest thing I've heard so far in the Bible. Like, that sounds
I
like
forgot two of my favorite things in this part.
Oh no, I'm excited and scared.
Aaron needs to have bells on his robes so that God doesn't get scared and kill him. You want to double check that? That's
I
chapter
do.
28, verse 35.
I'm scared to like even. Okay. And it shall be upon Aaron to minister. Oh, fuck you. And his sound shall be heard when he goeth in unto the holy place before the Lord, and when he cometh out, that he die not. I hate that I'm starting to understand what this is saying.
Also, Aaron needs to wear underwear or God will kill him. Sad. Verse 42. Actually, I'm sorry. The phrasing here matters. Aaron needs to wear underwear so that God doesn't kill him.
And thou shalt make them linen breeches to cover their nakedness from the loins even unto the thighs they shall reach. Dog, is this the Mormon undies? Is this the magic Mormon undies?
I don't. I've made jokes about magic undies before, but I don't actually know what they are.
I don't either. Mormons are weird.
We're
They're not
shit.
even really people. I love Big Boy, but again, we've run into this problem multiple times.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he saying? It's just a bunch of bullshit. This is all bullshit. All of it's bullshit. I can't read these goddamn books. They're so heavy.
Also, make linen underclothes for them to be worn next to their bodies, reaching from the waist to the thigh. These must be worn whenever Aaron and his sons enter the tabernacle or approach the altar in the holy place to perform their duties. Thus, they will not incur guilt and die. It's weird to me.
Okay, yeah, well, it was weird.
How much God hates genitals when he had no issue with it in the Garden of Eden.
I don't want to get into I don't actually want to have feelings and opinions about this.
That's where we're going, though. That's literally the point of this.
Yeah, you're right. That is the whole show. I can't be like, I don't want to do this anymore during the episode. No. Okay, yeah, you're right. I'm just getting back into
I got you, man. I got you.
Just, hold on. No, it's itchy. No, I know it looks like I do a lot of cocaine, but I smoke.
Because you do.
I don't do any cocaine. I'm scared of cocaine.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I did it once accidentally. It was scary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have an itchy nose, and
I get it.
smoke a lot of cigarettes, so my breathing isn't great. So sometimes it's just like,
Yeah.
because I forget to breathe.
I get it.
Anyway, back to this.
Yep.
So, yeah, no, he doesn't like genitals.
Because I was talking about this the other day because there's the part when they're talking about building altars, and you're not allowed to build stairs to the altar because some weird perv could sit under the stairs and look up and see your taint.
I remember that. That was weird.
This is the most like people always, or I've heard people say, and I have said, this is really just rules for life put into the mouth of a fake god so that it seems like you should follow the rules more.
Yeah.
And these two things are the most human rules.
Yeah, because the only person who would say, "Hey, you can't build stairs because someone's gonna look up and see your butt,"
Right.
is a person who wants to see your butt. Like,
And also, why does God give a shit?
God's all the way up there.
Yeah.
He's not down there looking up your skirt,
Right.
to see your good bits.
Yeah.
No, you know who's doing that? Perverts. You know who's the only person thinking of doing that a pervert. Like, any normal person is not like, dude. Wait,
Got
what?
Frank Reynolds with fucking mirror shoes.
Yeah, like what do you mean people are looking up? I was just walking. It's like, yeah, I wanted to see. I wanted to see what you got. I was excited about them.
You know,
And I saw him. Let me tell you what. It
was great.
Not bad. Big fan. Gotta see him again. No. Bummer.
makes sense to me. I understand that.
Cherish the memories we had together. Stop talking about my dick like that. Nope. Won't do it. I'm disgusting. Yeah. Well, isn't that the whole point of like God's supposed to hate your genitals because of Adam and Eve?
No, but he never. You remember? So they were naked,
They were.
and then Adam listened to Eve. Mm-hmm. Never gonna let that go.
Biggest sin ever.
Now we have to work ground that doesn't want to produce food because Adam listened to Eve.
Yep.
No, but so they eat the apple and then they become aware of all things and they see that they're naked and that's a sin. But God comes down and they're hiding from him and he's like, "What's up, guys? What's wrong?" And they're like, "We're naked." And he's like, "Who cares?"
No, he wasn't. No, that wasn't his response. Oh man, we're actually becoming real Bible scholars. This sucks. This is great. His response was, "Who told you?"
Yeah. Which is also weird because, like, why were you hiding it?
Yeah.
But he didn't care.
That's the reason he hates their genitals, though, is because they now have shame about their bodies.
But
he made them to not have shame, right? Isn't that the whole point?
I guess, yeah.
That's why he's like, cover your shit up, because he listened to a woman like 600 years ago.
It's still circular logic, though, because, like, why does he give a shit? Like, if he just told them not to worry about it, or he could allow them to not worry about it.
Well, he did allow them not to worry about it, but
he could re-allow
Adam had to go and listen to a woman.
That's true.
That's the punishment.
It's true.
I think
All right.
That's what I.
I mean, like, I think you're right. It's just such weird circular. The Bible proves the Bible logic that just it's not logic.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. It's.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the. I mean, at least it's consistent in that aspect. It's it's not consistent in a bunch.
Yeah.
So the fact that in the very beginning, it's like cover your shit up because man listened to a woman, and now it's just like don't forget to cover your shit up.
Yeah.
You better fucking wear these undies. You better fucking down to the thighs.
If I find out that your dick tip touched the royal robes of godliness, no, you need unholy cotton to separate the gross bits from the magic robes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. You little pee-pee cannot be touching my robes. Those are my those are my clothes.
Yeah.
Am I ever gonna wear them? No.
But you're gonna wear them for me.
They're mine. This is all very weird.
Super weird.
Role play. It's just,
I know.
It's so weird. I do want to get into this armor about the 12 tribes of Israel because that's like the nerdiest thing.
Oh, honestly, it's so much that I think that one line, I think literally it's just like, oh yeah, by the way, you need to have like 12 different colors of material. Okay, no, seriously, we're going to do this again so you can see why you don't want to get into this.
Okay.
This chest piece will be made of 2 folds of cloth, forming a pouch 9 inches square. 4 rows of gemstones will be attached to it. The first row will contain a red carnelian, a chrysolite, an emerald. The second row will contain a turquoise, a sapphire, and a white moonstone. The third row will contain a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. The fourth row will contain a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper.
Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah. Let's cut that out.
Yeah.
Let's just stop
Yeah.
right there. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah, remember?
Yep.
Remember?
I do. That was awful.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Uh-huh.
It was the worst.
I gave you what you needed to know.
Yep. Okay, cool. Got it.
That's why I read this book for you.
You know, it'd be great if we had a visual representation of what that armor would look like, not word for word describing it.
Well, I'll look it up. I'll see if I can find it. I'll put it here for everybody else, and then I'll send it to you.
Great.
What we really need is we need a Jamie to fucking be sitting behind the camera, like looking shit up for us.
Who's a Jamie?
It's the guy that does the audio on the Joe Rogan podcast. He's the guy that's just like, Jamie, what is this? Yeah, I noticed anyway, like fucking dicks and oh, holy fuck.
I would love that.
It's great, yeah.
I would
That's
love
what we
to
need.
have it.
That's what we need. No, we don't.
We'll hire you we'll buy you lunch every once in a while.
Every once in a while. I only work 2 days a week right now, so I don't have a ton of free flowing cash.
One of us will buy you lunch.
Yeah.
We'll switch off.
Yeah.
And then occasionally you'll buy us lunch. So
That works.
that's what we can offer.
We'll basically just be friends.
Yeah.
Do you need another friend? Do you need 2 friends?
Do you want to be our friend?
I was going to end the episode here anyways, but now I'm definitely ending the episode here. So thank you for hanging out. What's up, WNTT on Twitter and Instagram? WNTT on Patreon. WNTT on everything. Patreon specifically.
Also Patreon, in case we didn't mention that yet.
Please give us money. Money me now.
Money, please. I like money. I'd like more money.
We would like more money so we can do this full time.
Oh God,
that's the only thing. That's the whole thing.
That's all we want to do.
That's the whole thing.
Make this our job.
It's really not a lot. We need like $5,000 a month.
That's it, really, huh?
Yeah.
25 a piece.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
$5,000 a month.
You personally don't have to give $5,000.
No, like you and several friends. Like basically just tell people about this and then tell them about the Patreon and then
we'll give us money and then we'll be able to do this and not do other jobs.
Exactly.
And then imagine how much better this will be.
Oh, it's so much better.
We won't have to take a fucking 3-week break.
Be nice to not do that.
The pumpkin. Time has passed, you know?
A lot.
Look how much time has passed. There's a pumpkin here now.
Thank you. Bye.
Money. Give me money. I want your money. Give me your money.
Sí, hay que